everybody. Well, you can't really see me. I'm all cut off. But how is everybody? Yes, I'm still in the same clothes. Yes, it's the same day. Get over it. I'm waiting for some person who doesn't know my channel to come on and say something. We're going to do a video showing these little mini brooms. They are supposed to be pumpkin spice. Definitely cinnamon. Yummy. And I'm going to do some crafts with these. And again, just like my big broom, the hangy-uppy thing is off to the side. I don't know about you, but when I go to hang this, I'm going to want it to hang flat on its back. It's a very easy fix. Take this puppy, take like the side of your scissors, don't want to cut it, or you can just restring a hanger, give it a slide, just like that, work it over. The big broom actually went over a lot easier than this is. So that when you hang it, it's going to hang so that it's, you hang it up, it's going to hang flat on its back. And you'll probably have to do it to everyone. So anyways, it depends on how you want it to hang. I want mine to hang flat on the back. So we're going to do some crafting with these. These are going to be a little different than the big broom because you're going to want these to be a little smaller. I'm not going to want to do a whole big swag with these like I did with my big broom. So let's have some fun with these. Okay, so I've got you down at the table here. I'm going to do 3 of these. And so I'm going to go ahead and get these open. Yeah, like I said, you'll have to adjust the hanger if you want it hanging flat on the back. It's a real quick little adjustment. Some of them are quick, some of them took a little longer. And I went ahead and picked out some flowers that I'm going to work with. I have some of these that look like little tiny mums. You know, it's fall. Well, this one almost hung in the back. Fall and Halloween. Mums is kind of the flower of the season. So, you know, kind of neat. But I've got them. So, I got some of these, the spray of little mums. And they're so cute. So, I thought about putting a splash of color. And I kind of like the way this little white black-eyed Susie kind of thing looks with these 2 little orange mums. So I thought, well, that's going to be so cute on this little cinnamon broom. So these don't take much to do. You can work at these and have them out in just a few minutes each. And with these, I'm probably just going to hot glue these together real quick. If my hot glue gun holds out, it's not working properly. Hasn't been the last couple times I've used it. And then I'm going to attach them to that with, let me put my glasses on, I can't see what I'm doing. I'm going to attach that to the broom with the twine, because I think it would just look so much nicer than a bunch of hot glue. So I'm going to hold this together till the glue kind of settles, and then I can add some more. This is just to hold these together kind of like that. I kind of feel like I have them up too high. So before they get settled too far, I think I'm going to pull, well, it doesn't want to stand now. Pull them down a little. And give them a little more glue. There we go. There, that looks a lot better. They were too far apart. That's a brand new glue gun. That shouldn't be acting up. So we're going to hold that together. I'm going to put hot glue on the front and the back because this will all be covered in twine. Normally I would use ribbon, a wider ribbon, but nobody seems to have any Halloween or anything. I think with this, I think I'll just make like a bow kind of thing with this color ribbon. Once I have this all done. That's still a little tacky there. But we'll go ahead and stick him kind of where I want him. Right around there. And then I'm going to get my twine. Lay my scissors on that to hold it where I want it. I have enough twine left over from my last project that I'm going to go ahead and use it. Like I said, I had enough left over, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to wrap this around. And I'm going to make sure I'm not tying down any of the leaves. Keeping as many leaves as possible. And getting as far down on those orange flowers as I can. And I'm going to give myself a tail. A good sized tail. And I'm going to tie it in place. I can adjust the flower on here as I go. But for right now we want to anchor this down. Give it a little twist. That will help hold your original knot in place because you are working with such a smaller broom. And then make a second knot and pull tight. Now, if we need to, we can adjust this, but it looks like he kind of stayed in place pretty good. Brush off the dust that we're picking up off the table. And now we're going to take this long piece. We're going to come down below the white flower. We're going to come around and we're going to do that twice. And we're going to pull him kind of snug, but not too snug because we don't want to make the broom too skinny. We're going to come back up. We're going to wrap around the upper part of the broom, but not get those orange flowers in it. We're going to not do the flowers, just the broom itself. And now we're going to tie it off. One knot. Twist your broom halfway. And then do another knot and make sure it's tight. And then knot it again. Now I'm going to trim this and then I'm going to put some hot glue on this also. This is where you can add your ribbon if you have it. I'm going to add some here in a second. I'm just going to hot glue that. And I'm going to let this set. while I make a bow, and I'm going to make it out of this. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take and make some loops, 2 loops, and I'm going to tie them like this, make a knot, let the tail come back through, and I'm going to make sure that they're the same size, because you can adjust them, make them as big or as small as you want. Hold them up to your broom and say, is that big enough? Is that too small? Where do I want this to be? You know, do you want it up on the flower? Do you want it under the flower? Do you want it at the bottom of the broom? Do you want it up at the top of the broom? I'm going to kind of put it like right about here. And I'm actually going to make 2 of these and put them together. So then you're going to cut your tails, and you're going to want to cut them diagonally, and they don't have to be the same length. I'm going to make 2 of these. Like so. Make sure they're the same length. They can be a little bit different than your other pair. And then cut your tails. That one's already at an angle. And then I'm going to actually glue these down. But first, I'm going to cut the excess stem off with my wire cutter things, because we don't need all that hanging down. Just like that. I'm going to put a dab of glue. Put that one. And then another dab of glue just below it. And put that one. And at this point, I'm going to do something special. Hold on. Okay, Karen sent me these gems. They're actually bluish kind of color and clear. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a gem in the center of each of those ribbons. And because I want to hot glue them down, I'm going to put a dab of hot glue on my knife that I use all the time for stuff like this. Grab one of these excess wires and I'm going to dab hot glue where I need it, and then stick these right on top, just like that. This way I'm not putting too much hot glue on my ribbon or sticking my fingers in the hot glue. So there's that one. I'm going to work on the rest of them and show you how they turned out. I wanted to kind of show you something. Sometimes you have to modify things. This did not, no matter how I worked, this would not settle with this black rose. So I've taken this off the stem and I've split this little piece so that I can put the stem of this rose into, if it'll open, right into there, so that there is an orange flower on each side of this rose. So when I go to use it, it's already there. So here is my second one with the black rose. I don't know how to show it to you because I can see it okay, but in the camera I know it doesn't show the two orange flowers as well. But there it is with the black rose with the glitter. It does need a bow, but I didn't want to use orange again. I tried and it just didn't look right. I need a different kind of a bow here. And I don't know what I did with all my ribbons, so I'll look for some more bows and ribbons and I'll fix that and show you at a later time when I finish it. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this one, and I think it's just going to be plain, just the way it is, like this, tied on. I'll be with you in a second. This one is going to be just like this. It's just going to be the black flower on the little broom, and I'm just going to tie it on, and yeah, that's all I'm going to do. Nothing fancy. I will put a one of these jute string bows on it. I'll make a bow out of jute string, and that's going to be the bow for this one. And I'm just going to wrap this a couple times around it. But you don't want to wrap it too tight, or it will actually make the broom not look broomish, if you understand what I mean. It'll make it not be spread out. So it's just wrapping it and making sure that you have your flower where you want it, which I don't. So I'm adjusting it and wrapping it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop before I wrap it any farther. And I'm going to put some hot glue to hold it, because it's really wanting to roll. So I'm going to wait a minute. Okay, so I have this on here, and I have it trimmed back. I've trimmed the back of it, and I've trimmed the stem of the flower. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make some bows, and I'm going to put a bow on here also. Okay guys, so I have made 2 jute bows. I've actually glued them one on top of the other, on top, on the little broom itself. And they smell wonderful. So there's the red one. There's the one with the black rose that still needs a bow and or a ribbon, and the 2 little orange mums. And then there's the one with the white, like black-eyed daisy and the mums. This is really pretty. I think this is my favorite. And if you watched my video of my shopping haul, I said I had to have some Ziploc bags, because once you open these, if you're doing them for a craft and you're doing them ahead of time, you're going to want to preserve the way they smell by putting them in a Ziploc baggie, squeezing out as much air as you can without crushing them. And if you're like me, you got all kinds of like, well, I dumpster dive, and a lot of times they throw away like cracked totes, and you catch the totes in there, and you can get the lids also. So I have, always have spare totes. to keep stuff like this in so they don't get crushed or, you know, even just the box. Squeeze out as much air without crushing them, and then later on I'll go ahead and when I'm bored. These are quick little crafts, great little gifts, cute little things to give away or to make up ahead of time to do for crafts. Everybody, thank you for watching this little craft video and little DIY to do with the Dollar General, and you can get any flowers from anywhere. I think some of these are from Walmart, some are from Dollar Tree. So everybody take care, have fun, bye guys.